name for these people who John Siegenthaler was trying to assist when he was knocked unconscious with a pipe. The lack of enforcement of the Supreme Court's decision in Boynton v. Virginia inspired these people, as that case was supposed to prevent discrimination in public transportation. The Congress of Racial Equality was one sponsor of the Journey of Reconciliation.
The Freedom Riders?
That is correct. Bonus question for students.
Yes.
This civil rights organization, co-founded by Julian Bond and chaired by John Lewis, sent students to assist with the freedom rides. It dropped nonviolent from its name during Stokely Carmichael's leadership of this group.
The Student Nonviolent Coordinator.
That is correct. All right, back up to a toss-up for everyone. The 12 Yortalinga shrines dedicated to this god include one at Somnath and the Rameswaram Temple, which includes a body of water named for Agni, a cognate of this modern god. Statues of this god wear 5 serpents and hold a trident in one of their 4 arms. With Parvati, this god is the father of Ganesha. For the point, name this Hindu destruction god who forms the Trimurti with Brahma and Vishnu.
What is Shiva?
That is correct. Here's your bonus. Like Agni, Rudra is historically closely related to Shiva. This monkey king from the Ramayana is sometimes considered an avatar of Rudra. Yay!
On the top of the stairs. Nice. Yeah. I went to high school at a commune, guys.
Pope Alexander II sent papal standards to the victor of this battle in an attempt to expand Catholic power. Many retreating troops from the losing side of this battle fell into the evil ditch, or the Malfosse. In this battle, which was preceded by an engagement at Fulford, the losing side's Huscarls could not prevent their king from being shot in the eye. The English formed a shield wall in this battle, fought 3 weeks after Harold Hardrada was killed at Stamford. That is correct. Bonus. The heirless death of this king of England, a son of Ethelred the Unready, led to the succession crisis that ended with William's victory at Hastings.
Harold of Saxony?
Incorrect. Edward the Confessor. Toss up. Everyone's game. One side during this conflict conquered Colonia del Sacramento, but was forced to return it at the end of this conflict. The Duke de Villars won the Battle of Friedlingen during this battle. The forces of Eugene of Savoy and the Duke of Marlborough won the Battle of Blenheim during this conflict. The Treaty of Utrecht ended, for the point, what war that broke out in 1701 after Philip V became the king of a certain Iberian country.
War of the Spanish Succession?
That is correct. Bonus. The War of the Spanish Succession broke out after the death of a Spanish king with this name. Another ruler with this name was known as El Cazador and was forced to abdicate in 1808. You have 5 seconds.
Alfonso.
Incorrect. Charles. Or I would accept this, Carlos.
Are you ready, kids?
Aye, aye, Captain!
I can't hear you!
Aye, aye, Captain!
Oh! Hey, squad! Listen up, fire from under the sea! Storming in yellow and Taurus is hay! If nothing looks be something you wish! Then drop on the deck and flop like a fish! Ready? SpongeBob!
My name is Ms. James, and I teach A-Push, U.S. History, and Gov Econ here at Piedmont Hills. I'm out here in P15.
So what got you into history?
I studied history because I had a couple really great history teachers, but I mostly had really terrible history teachers. And I was kind of a jerk in those classes as a teenager. I would often correct my teacher, and teachers really love when you do that. And so when I went to college, I thought I would work in a museum, but I found that I didn't like being stuck in basements cataloging bones and art for artwork, but I enjoyed the people aspect, and so I switched over to teaching history because essentially all day, every day, I do my favorite thing, which is the equivalent of going, well, actually, and being a little know-it-all. So that's why I like history.
And what makes history important, and why is it good to learn more about it outside of school?
It's definitely cliche to say that we can learn from past mistakes, and I think that has never been more apparent. So often in my lectures, my students often make this particular face. It's a little something like, and that means, wait a minute, what you're telling me that happened 80 years ago sounds very similar to things that happened now. Why don't we know better? And I go, yes, why don't we know better? So I like sharing history because it gives us a chance to all share in that feeling of, why are we doing this? And it makes us all feel less alone. So if we can study our history and figure out what to do in the future, we can hopefully make things a little bit better as long as we listen to the historians.
And what would you tell students who are on the edge about joining this team?
I would say that, it is a little bit scary because we do expect you to be competitive, and putting yourself out there is very challenging. But I will say that I know that we have a lot of students who enjoy working together in teams. That way you can enjoy the glory of the team even if maybe you didn't contribute quite as much. Also, just because you show up here once doesn't mean you're obligated to show up again. So, as our favorite show, Yo Gabba Gabba, says, try it, you'll like it.